Hello everybody and welcome back to this game. We're in the middle of the Gridanian Envoy, but I cut it short because I was already recording for a while. Yeah. We're going to Ul'dah! A pleasure to serve you again, ma'am. Are you ready to board the airship to Ul'dah? Yes! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Yas. Yas. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Raban will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustings strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Yes, 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 yes. There's my boy, Bartholomew. The Gridanian envoy, I presume. Would you be as good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. And take my letter. Yes, to seal the Elder Seer. The Elder Seed Seer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Raban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano, eh? I remember bloody Cartano. You know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garleans? Yeah, I know. But my counterparts have educated you. Oh, trust Morrowweave to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. It is only a matter of time before they bite. So it was the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus Zos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Isabard to heel. And so the Legatus became an emperor in his Republican Empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius Van Balsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he a strike now, I fear he would fall like so many others before us. And not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Laminsa as well. For the calamity brought the law of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir. The Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear. And if we are to do so, we must remember the cause which brought us together. Connie will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Yeah, he's signing it. I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate. I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. The Elder Seed Seer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Oh, we're getting the wind-up airship. You may now make use of the airship routes connecting the three nations. Before you may board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare and gil. Hurrah, we have our airship. All of the sea. To get more armor. Bartholomew has information, I can read, that may be of interest to you. What do you have, bro? Ah, my lady envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Laminsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be a present to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which I became acquainted with the Badaron, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. You'd think of none with better credentials than you. Bardion would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Well, maybe I will offer him my services. But first, I want to get all the little aetherites and fast travel points in this city. It'll make things easier later. Alright, time to go see what the man at the Drowning Wench has for us. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in a... Hi, I'm Badaron, alright. Who's asking? Ah, heard as I've got a job for a capable adventurer, you say? Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if ye think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill ye in on the details. Ah, yes. And we will want to get filled in on the details. Next time. Next time we'll do, we're gonna do a dungeon. I was originally gonna stop the video here, but while editing I kind of realized that I think this part is, it's a bit too short. So I think I'm just gonna tack on my footage of, like, you know, doing Sastasha in the first, like, dungeon here as well. Here we go. Hello everybody, we're back and we're doing this. It's probably pirates. Party on the proprietor of the Drowning Wench has a need of a capable adventurer. Oh, what does he need? I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word is, it's some suspicious looking buggers that have been stalking in and out of the Sastasha sea garage. And I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Airport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Doesn't sound like much, I know. But it weren't too long ago as the fishbacks pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baudron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself. To what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Airport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sastasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of corals had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of the recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sastasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sastasha is located in the western Lanasha. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. It can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to ye, lass. We're gonna do it. Gonna go do it. This is why I get all the aetherites. They make things quicker later. You'll hear about Commodore Raynor's investigation, and you'll want to board a ferry bound for Airport. Once you arrive in Western Lanasha, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurer Guild runs the hall, and folk there will train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Airport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Okay, we're here. Hello, seasoned adventurer. Ah, you must be an adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sastasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what epic tales would have you believe, strolling into a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you need companions, and you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing your mission. The Smiths here oversees the training schedule. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of Sastasha Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Good, they don't force me to do that. Maybe I'll do the training things as like, I don't know, a separate video. you get like some gear for it that boosts your XP, which might be helpful when I'm trying to level Marauder and stuff. But all the other roles, classes I choose to pick for the role quest will start at a much higher level, so we won't need that gear. Yellow Jacket. Please tell me you're here on the Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. Can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted. Thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. When we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we were entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but this lot brings those fishback-fancying serpent reavers. Well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. Will you do that? I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. Duty support unlocked. Sastasha now accessible. Anyway, we're going to be doing this dungeon with Dewey support, which is essentially a feature of the game where you do dungeons with NPCs instead of players. First dungeon, man, I can't believe it. Alrighty, I'm not going to show every mob pull here, but I'll show off the bosses and stuff. I mean, most of the mob pulls are just gonna be me casting stone over and over again, and that's not too interesting. Now in this room on the side here, we do need this. We do need to read that for a later part of the dungeon. And the contents of the note is randomized every time you come in here, so you have to read it every time. You find a blood-stained scrap of parchment with a message scrawled upon it in faded ink. The captain likes his cabbage green. We're gonna have to remember the color green for later on. You know, I also just kind of like the little bits of, like, personality in the NPC dialogue in these duty supports. Like, the Lancer here saying, remember, just as we practice. Like, yeah, these guys really are supposed to be, like, a brand new group of adventurers going out on a big job for the first time, and that's a little detail that I think is kind of cute. Alrighty, we're almost at the end of, like, little fire sprites and giant clam hallway. You see this green coral, blue coral, and red coral? This is when we need to remember the color from the note at the beginning. If you choose the wrong color, it'll just summon another enemy without advancing the dungeon, but if you do the right one, this switch will just show up right away and the first boss will come out. Chopper. Now I would explain Chopper's mechanics, but this being the first dungeon, bosses don't really have a lot of complicated mechanics. I think he does like one AoE that he's doing right now that inflicts paralysis. But that's the only thing to look out for with this guy. And the duty support NPCs do a good enough job of just stepping out of it, so I'm not even gonna have to remove paralysis from anybody as a healer. And that was Chopper. That was the first boss. Ooh, we did it. Wait, the Lancer got paralysis? I missed that. Okay, for the most part, they're good at dodging the paralysis. Right, here we are to the second boss, Captain Madison. This dude's really just like... he's just a gladiator with a lot of HP. Doesn't really have any mechanics either, so yeah, I'm just gonna cast stone at his friends and then attack Madison. And then he runs away when he hits 50% health, because he's a little bitch. Now we're at Dead Man's Drink. We're gonna interrupt their merry-going so we can murder them. There's also just so many little side rooms in this particular area. Like, there's this. It took me a while, actually, to get, like, the Mapping the Realm achievement for this dungeon, because I just didn't know about these little fucking side rooms. But I'm gonna hit all those side rooms here. There's actually one right behind us. Over here. Captain's Quarters key. Need that to open the Captain's Quarters. Captain's Quarters. Alright, now that I've visited all the side rooms, time to go into the Captain's Quarters. We got the Captain's Quarters key earlier. We'll go in here and get a key to a different door. Rider Gate. Nice. Alrighty. Imminently, we'll be in another boss fight. See, that's the barrier for the boss fight right there. Who's it gonna be? Oh, it's Captain Madison. Yeah, you have to encounter this guy twice. And not much is really different about the second encounter. It's like mainly just more enemies show up when you get them below a certain HP threshold. Here come the dogs. And the dogs are gone. There goes Captain Madison, running away again. This room has a lot of enemies, so it's gonna be a little slow. This is the last room before the last boss, though. Right, here we go. You sully our spawning ground, Shore Walker. He's a very angry Sahagin. Now, I'm not sure if we'll even need to borrow with the mechanics for this or not. You see, what happens is these, like, grates that are labeled as unnatural ripples once in a while. They start bubbling up, and you need to interact with them to prevent ads from spawning. But when I'm playing with players, there's, like, usually never, enough time for that to really happen or matter. But our kills are gonna be a bit slower. I saw this one bubble up, but I don't see an ad spawning. Maybe you only need to touch one of them. Maybe if you touch any of them, it just doesn't spawn the ads. I'm not sure. I guess that answers my question. But even with duty support nowadays, which is like the slowest way to do it, you can still really just ignore the goddamn mechanics of that boss. We did it, yay. Me and my team of novice adventurers, we did it. We got an orchestration rule, nice. Or orchestrion. Whatever. Hey, such a task was on the books. Was mine. I'm afraid that ship is already sailed, friend. Aye, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? Yeah? It would seem that ship not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. Pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn, our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have obtained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as we earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend of which will inspire adventurers yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady. Bye-bye. Back then, are ye, with all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager? Yeah, I killed people. Fishbacks, and there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells, you turned your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards will set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've livened up to your reputation, I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I bet you're dying for a rest, but in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in our job. Just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of an adventurer that can get things done. For them to ask for your help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for ye. And that was Sastasha, our first dungeon. I'll see y'all next time when we do the next one. Bye.